Hello and welcome to Trojans Live. I am Jordan Moore back here in the KBC studios in Culver City, joined by the All-American Sean Cody, who is broadcasting live from his home. Sean, tonight is our USC football defensive spring preview. What's your biggest storyline on D going into this spring?
Well, Jordan, I think, you got to replace a player like Talanoa Hufanga, was basically the heartbeat of the team last year. I thought they made some good steps last year on defense, getting better under Todd Orlando, but still some progress to be made. But like I said, getting a guy to replace the Talanoa Hufanga is going to be a tall order.
Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, but a big factor on defense is going to be the addition of Korey Foreman, the #1 recruit in the nation, who joins us now for his Trojans Live debut. Korey, what's going on, man? Welcome to the Trojan family. I guess we'll start there. How you doing?
Finding you was good. It's a blessing to be on this.
Well, listen, man, I introduced you as the #1 recruit in the nation, which means you had your pick of schools. You could have gone anywhere. I know USC has the local advantage, but ultimately, what was the difference maker in you becoming a Trojan?
So basically, I would just have to say it would be what I had wanted to do with my life, and going on with a mix of in my in-house talks I have with my parents and family and friends. I would just say it will be the mix of everything, knowing that the NFL stands for not for long. And so the fact that I know there's a life after football, and there has to be, because that's only for so long. And if I do the best I can to separate my life and my next life, I plan on having 10 years from now, then I feel like I'll be the best I can be possible when that time comes. So for me, wanting to be an educator and wanting to be the next person I can to uplift the next generation and make sure if I don't make it for some reason, I want to make sure the person behind me or the people that look up to me, that they make it. And for me to do that, I feel like it was the best for me to go in, look into a school that has the #1 communication schooling and a really high business schooling. And so for me to look into a school like SC, it just helped in many ways, also knowing the fact that I wouldn't have to go as far as I would want to accomplish as many dreams as I want to in life. And it's just a blessing that I winded up at SC, especially at the fact that it's a hometown school, and that I'm able to put on for my city and everybody here that's in the state with me, and all my family that's here. So I'm doing the best I can to separate my life 10 years from now and everybody else that's trying to be the next Korey Foreman, or if not better. I'm trying to show them the best way to do it.
That's a heck of a perspective from a young guy, Sean.
Yeah, Jordan, I wasn't ready at that age to give that answer. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing the week in advance, man. So Korey, congratulations on having some perspective, man. But what have you been up to, Korey? We saw you on signing day. Obviously, you picked the Trojans. Exciting day for all the Trojan fans. Very pumped up to get you on campus. What have you been up to, and how are you staying in shape these last couple of months?
I've been trying to do the best I can to just focus on my weight, and the coaches want me up there at 275 and do the best I can to make sure that I can get there as heavy as possible so that they can carve me down into the best sculpture that they have wanted me to be and want me to be. So right now I'm doing the best I can to focus on my eating habits, focus on my schooling, get that over with, and doing the best I can to maintain my weight and, look like a defensive end when I go up there, not a defensive tackle or center. Some of the coaches now, they're talking about a receiver because how much I'm trying to stay in shape. But doing the best I can to make sure my numbers is good. Well, voice crack, sorry. My numbers are good. And I was just trying to say the best I can to just stay out the way and focus on what I want to do. And that's trying to be the best I can at what I want to do in life and being the best possible person.
You're listening to Korey Foreman, who will join the USC program this summer. Fall enrollee, but he'll have really the summer to do strength conditioning and then head into training camp and certainly expected to be a big part of the team this fall. And what I think everyone's looking forward to, Korey, is seeing you out there with Drake Jackson. There's a great connection with your high school, Centennial High School in Corona. You'll be playing with some former teammates, but it does seem pretty mouth-watering for USC fans once we heard you sign that you'd be out there with Drake and how good can that duo be?
Obviously it's something that everybody wants to look into, and I know when I was in my high school days with Drake, and everybody can go back to the film because the tape doesn't lie, and you can just see how we just were mentally. We just synced in. It was just like if he wasn't making the play, like I had said in the interview, I know if I wasn't gonna make the play, I knew he was gonna be right there to clean everything up. And so I don't see anything less, especially because of us both being able to now look into, okay, hey, we're this much closer to being in the NFL one day, being on a video game one day, being the best we can be to accomplish all the dreams we had set when we were in sixth grade. So like that motor that you have or on the other side, or for me that I have on the other side, is just different. So it's like as if somebody would go and play with some more top tier athletes. Like it was just like, if you play with somebody else who has the same mindset and the same place that they want to be in at the end of the day, it's like I don't understand how they don't succeed. So when me and Drake, I would say when me and him synced, and ever since we've been able to just sack the quarterback, and the first time we did it together, it was just like ever since then it was pretty much all she wrote. And now that we're going back together and we're gonna be, I mean, I got him for one more year. I believe this is his last year and he's gonna ball out. But yeah, I mean, for me to have him this year and everybody else that's eager to wait, and I can't wait either. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna do the best I can, and I just put on the show for my city, but do the best I can to make sure that everything was supposed to go exactly how it was supposed to go, and not how I wanted it, but how God wrote it. And ever since then, and ever since now, we're just gonna play the part.
Korey, you mentioned a little bit, you talked about what size you want to come in at school and what the coaches kind of envisioned for you. At your projection, where do you see yourself playing? I've seen some of you inside, I've seen some of you outside. You can kind of over that front. Where do you envision yourself, or what do the coaches envision you playing at SC?
They envision me playing a defensive end and doing the best I can to stay as mobile as possible. And at the time of me being at SC, if it is me working down to a linebacker due to my body type or just how big I get, because nobody knows how that is at the end of the day. But me going in there as big as possible and then being able to, just like I said, scope me into the player they want me to be and the physique that I would have eventually. And if that is the defensive line, then hey, let's do it. But I'm willing to go wherever I fit as much as it's on the defense. And my main job at the end of the day is getting the quarterback, because that's all I want to do at the end of the day when it's all said and done.
You wear number 90 in high school. I have seen some mock-ups with you in 0, though. Do you know what number you're going to wear this fall?
Ooh, what number am I going to wear this fall? I don't know. We're just going to have to see. I don't know. We're going to see.
Have to see you come out of that Coliseum tunnel. It'd be a good surprise. Yeah, we never had a 0, right? We didn't have one last year. That was the first year that you could do it. It looks pretty sick, but finally, last one. What's your focus? Leading up to this season. I mean, you do have some time still before you get to campus. What are you focused on, and just what are you looking forward to once you are able to get to campus and start becoming a member of this team?
Well, I mean, for me going in as a number 1 athlete, I pretty much have all the expectations in the world to fill. And I have to feel everything that everybody assumes me to be. And I know I have that weight on my shoulders. Like, oh, he's a number 1 athlete. Okay, let's put him to the test. I'm not scared to be put to the test. I feel like I've been put to the test my whole life, and I've been able to succeed in every single pressure moment there is. And I feel like pressure builds characters. And I feel like that's why my character is what it is today. And but for me to go in to SC, not being able to be early enrolled like other people, I also have that on my back. And so I got to do the best I can to go in knowing that I'm a little bit downwards, but then again, I'm up with the team as well, because the team wants to be successful, and so do I. So if I know I want to have that same mindset as everybody else on the team, and as well as the coaching staff, then I feel like everything should sync when it's all said and done. But it's just a matter of the time and everything else. But yeah, going into SC and going into meeting a new team, not playing with Centennial no more, and just meeting a whole different way of just going into a whole different coaching staff, as well as just a different family. Once again, it's a blessing, and at the same time, I got a lot of expectations I got to fill for me being the number 1 athlete. I know the numbers, and everything else drops in the moment I touch college campus. But I want to do the best I can to rebuild that and make sure that I'm my expectations and what I want to do in life in the college aspect. And when I get to college, I want to be the not the first D lineman, because it hasn't been, but I want to win a Heisman as a defensive end. I know there's been some people who've been wanting to do that, but I want to be the first one to say that I want to do it, and I've done it. And so that's something that I'm looking forward to push myself every single day. And I know that comes through the day by day or workout by workout. But I know if that's one of my biggest goals, I know I'm going to wake up every single day with that on my mind, and that being able to push me to be the best Korey Foreman I can be.
Well, that sounds good to us. That is Korey Foreman. We're going to get to know him over the next 3 years or so, and looking forward to getting him on campus, getting him in that USC uniform, and seeing what number he chooses to come out of the Coliseum tunnel. Korey, thanks so much. We'll have you on many times over your USC career. USC fans can now show their pride in their wallet. The new USC Wells Fargo debit card is here. Customize yours today. Visit wellsfargo.com/customize. The team that is in your heart is now in your pocket. Copyright 2020, Wells Fargo Bank, NA, member FDIC. Well, if we're happy that Korey Foreman's here, the guy that's probably the most happy is his position coach, Vic Soto.